Right, Shereen is now joining us. Shereen Bhan, Managing Editor, CNBC-TV18. Shereen, good morning. You know, we were on last night. It's still AM and morning, and we got the deal, and markets will rejoice.
I don't know whether we should say good night or good morning anymore, but you know, what a night it's been. But at the end of the day, I think what is important is that the stalemate has been broken. This has been a stalemate that's been on now for about 9 months, and we've now finally seen a breakthrough on that front. Of course, the nitty-gritties, the finer print will still have to be examined. We still need to know what concessions have been agreed to and so on and so forth. But I think the headline is that, you know, this partnership, this relationship, where there were concerns on whether this was going to be an irreparable loss for the India trip, that has been at least mended for now. So I think that in itself is good news. But besides that, Prashant, I think, you know, from a market as well as an investor standpoint, this was the big overhang. So I think, you know, they will take this with both hands. The fact that there is now a deal on the table, how that deal works out, what the contours will be is another story altogether, which individual sectors will have to look at carefully. And I also want to highlight what the Commerce Secretary told us yesterday. He said, whatever happens is going to be an early harvest deal. And that's what, if you remember, Anup Madhavan, the former Commerce Secretary, was also explaining to Parikshit, you and me last night at 1 a.m., that this is not the big omnibus deal that was being spoken of. This will be an early harvest deal, which will have select goods you know, in the mix. So that's, again, something to watch out for. Now, the next steps, how quickly is this operationalized? Will we see those executive orders being passed today or over the next few days? That's the question. In fact, you know, it would be good to use the U.S. Ambassador Sergio Gore's soundbite, because he kind of explained what happens here on Network 18. So it would be important to play that out. But it's also crucial to understand that, you know, President Trump is claiming unequivocally that India has given an assurance that it will not buy Russian crude. Now, while our Russian crude imports had declined, they were not zero. So we will have to see what the government says. And, you know, Parliament is in session, so I would imagine that this is now going to be a matter that will be brought up in Parliament, and we will have to see what the government says on that front. He's, of course, also made big claims of purchasing of U.S. energy, Venezuelan crude, and so on and so forth. So all of those details, Prashant, will also have to be looked at.
Yeah. Shereen, there is that the oil bid, right? And Prime Minister Modi's the tweet is, of course, silent on that. And the other one, which President Trump has unilaterally claimed, is that India will likewise move forward to reduce their tariff and non-tariff barriers against the U.S. to zero, right? Now, again, details of that will come through, I guess, later. And those are important details. It's the headline tariff will matter, but I think this also will be very important to track.
Those will be important details. But again, and I go back to the conversation that we had with Nisha Biswal last night, where she was also alluding, and as Parikshit has also been reporting, that as part of the negotiations, there were tariff items where India has apparently agreed to zero tariffs, but we will have to wait to see what those are. In all of the messaging last night from the Indian side, whether it was the Prime Minister or the Commerce Minister, etc., we haven't seen any further details emerge on what has been committed to, what has been agreed upon. So we will just have to wait for that, you know, for the fine print to emerge. But yes, those will be crucial aspects to consider. But Nisha Biswal did say that in her understanding, as part of the negotiations, there was assurances on some product lines.
Yeah. Shereen, thank you very much, and see you in office soon. Thank you for running us through all of that.
Nigel and Rima.
Sorry, missed that, Shereen. What was that?
I said good luck with the markets.
Thank you very much, Shereen, for that. So that's you know, some perspective and nuance with regards to what's come through, apart from, of course, the headline number as well.